All right, guys, thank you for joining me again tonight. I don't know why I do this nonsense every fucking night, or any night I do a live stream. Sorry. I should. Oh, shit. So apparently, Kamala Harris raised $81 million since Sunday. Or Saturday, rather. Sorry. Bit of a red flag. How does she raise so much? Again, guys, they're dumping money into a loser. That is a big red flag. Sorry. All right, Deanna, thank you for 5x5. Flown Grown, Grit and Grace, Raccoon, Elaine, Patrice, Pax, what's going on? Groundhog, thank you for 5x5. Adam, Eyes Wise, RM, Kathleen, Mary, Countless, Lisa, Bernard, thank you for 5x5. CJ, David, or the Dave, Patty, Caribbean House, Eric, Crow, thank you for 5x5. Water Tiger, The All-Seeing Cat, Cramsey, if I said that right, thank you for 5x5. Pax, Ken, Toilet, South Florida, DCL, Kit Carlson, thank you for 5x5. Cat Lady, WTC, another friend. Prep to Adapt, Nora, thank you for 5x5. And Soroya? Psoriasis, sorry. Thank you for 5x5. Excuse me. If I made your name sound like a disease, I apologize. William, Dan, AB, Tia, thank you for the 5x5. David, Panman, Monkey, Dan, thank you for 5x5. Dan Phillips, my mother went back home. I drove her back home. She lives in PA. Feel Free Music, thank you for 5x5. Harold, and Jugga Bear, thank you for 5x5. So anyway, $81 million. Now, again, they had $91 million on hold. I don't know if the $91 million... Someone said that the $91 million that she got, right, that the Biden-Harris campaign got, and that they were holding back from Biden until he left. I'm not sure. Someone said that money can go to her because she was on the ticket. Her name was on the ticket. But if she raised an additional $81 million, that is bad. Very bad. And if she got the $81 million from who I think she got it from, which was the Soros family, and more from the BlackRock group, we're in trouble. Again, guys, you do not put your money into a sinking ship or a losing race. You don't. Bush Pig, Mickey, thank you for the 5x5. Welder, thank you for the 5x5. Silvergram, appreciate it. Right, Winter Homestead. That is the red flag. The red flagginess of it all. That she got all of that in that amount of time. It's fucking Tuesday, man. I think she got it all by yesterday. So again, guys, undoubtedly we are in trouble. If she got the money from where I think she got the money, this is bad news. Because she got an absorbent amount of money in a small amount of time, on top of what she already has and what's being held for her. So sorry, because this is definitely the video I'm gonna do. But what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do if if Trump winds up losing to her? Right? So are we just gonna sit by and take it? Which there's a part of me that thinks we will. Are we gonna Are we going to fight? What are we going to do? So, yeah, she is an anchor baby. I know that much. But she has to be born here. Somebody was saying that her parents weren't born here, something like that. It doesn't matter. She had to be born here. Or they had to fabricate nonsense that she was born here. Yeah. So, yeah, guys, we're in fucking trouble. That's all I know. There's no way she got that money that fast after Biden stepped down and she gains it and people are pumping money into her. People are supporting her. I find it a little leery that Obama's not supporting her, but again, he made it sound like they had somebody else they were going to pick. But they can't, from what I understand, the $91 million that they got, they can't use it on anybody else. So they can't pick AOC, for example, and use that money with her. That being said, AOC did a live stream. And her live stream, I think her political career is done. And her live stream was actually good. She talked about the elites and then moving people around in a nutshell. But she was spilling the tea, if you will. And she was talking about people in charge and people moving people around and people wanting this person in power, not that person. She said this on a live stream a couple nights ago. She was exposing the machine. And if she did that, her political career is done, which I think she's okay with. But the fact that she actually woke up in mid-stride and exposed this is big. All right, Christian Prepper, thank you for resending the email, and I will get in contact with you for the movie channel. Thank you and good night. So, things are undoubtedly... William said she was snitching. She wasn't snitching, she was exposing it. And the thing is, some of the things she said, that she also said she thinks. So she's starting to see the weight of the bullshit. But I think she's fed up with the bullshit, that's why she's saying it now. But if more people jump on her side, she would be okay. But she won't get that. She won't get enough people to jump on her side. People who jump into the political arena in this day and age want money. That's all they want. They don't want anything else. They just want money. So things are definitely heating up on that end. And let's see what happens to her in the next couple of days. If she ends up missing or suicide, she was telling the truth. I don't think they're going to touch her in that way, but they're definitely going to box her out in the political realm. 1-800-1-SNITCH. Nice. A lot of people missed it because no one follows her. We all think she is an idiot. We don't look at and watch idiots, though some people do watch me, but that's a different story. But, we don't watch idiots like that. And now she exposed it. Good for her. I still use the Gmail address as well. But I'm trying to phase everything over to the angry prepper at Yahoo for a specific reason of hacking. So if I don't know the email in the Gmail account, I will not open it. That's why I tell people to use Yahoo. What's her name? Autumn Backyard Garden. She did that. She had an email from a company, and they reached out to her there, and she opened the email, and they hacked her account and shut her original YouTube channel down. You have to be a natural-born citizen. Your parents do not have to be from the United States. You have to be a natural-born citizen. That's what it's under. AOC is jealous. No, AOC is her eyes are wide open. That's what it is. She finally woke up. She finally said what we all knew and were thinking. But what makes her more legitimate is that she is way closer to the bullshit than we are. She saw the nonsense. She sees the nonsense. She hears it. She probably gets emails. All right? Fell donation. You never respond. Don't call me, sir. I will look at my emails tomorrow morning on Yahoo. Tonight I'm going to sleep. Or rather, I might do 2 videos, load them up, then go to sleep. But nonetheless, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to go for a walk to get some air in my lungs. Supposedly, to get the CO out of your lungs and to free up the CO from your lungs, you got to go outside and go for a walk. So that's what I'm going to do. Grit and Grace. It's not that she suddenly woke up. She's been woken up for a while. She just grew a pair of balls to say it. And again, the live stream, it was her live stream. It's not being made publicized. You have to dig for it, find it, and then, because people are not talking about it. Mainstream media is not talking about it. That's how you know she's telling the truth. Amy, you got to dig around. It's on the internet. It's definitely on the internet. I watched a piece of it on Instagram. I watched them out to make sure it was her saying this. I made sure it wasn't AI generated. And they were saying that she was definitely pissed off. And she wasn't pissed off. She was calm when she was talking. No, it was a live stream. It was a live stream she did. Apparently, she does a lot of live streams. Basically, she said that the machine is picking who they want to be president, and that who was supposed to run or who they were going to pick. Like, there were other Democrats that wanted somebody else to run, not Kamala Harris. And I told you that Obama alluded to that, and there was a movement for that person, and then all of a sudden, Mike, I am moving out of New York City. I'm hoping by the end of the year, but I am not letting go of the apartment. There is one reason why I'm not letting go of the apartment. When I find a link, I will post it, but I watched it earlier today on Instagram. The one reason why I'm not letting go of this apartment is one reason and one reason only. This apartment, guys, is cheap for a 3-bedroom in New York City, surrounded by the subway system and buses. Right? That's one. A 3-bedroom apartment in New York City right now, currently standing, is $3,100 to $3,500 a month. I'm paying half that. More than half that, sorry. I'm paying that. Or less half that. So I'm paying $1,700 for a $3,100 to $3,500 apartment. Sorry, right? So $1,700 versus $35. Grit and Grace, yes. You do not walk away from an apartment this cheap. You don't. You'd be stupid if you did. So if I leave, they charge $35 out of the gates for these 3 bedrooms. Right out of the gates. So, I know, right? Kathy's like, cheap. Wow, right? And people don't understand it. Like, people who don't live in New York, they're like, just leave. You don't do that. You don't understand. Now, could there be other things I could do with the apartment and still pay for? Yes, absolutely. Could I afford double rent? If I can find a house with low, if I buy a house, possibly. But you can't let go of a cheap rent. You planning on going back? Going back where? Winter Homestead. Yeah, but yo, you look up New York City rent. Look up 3-bedroom. Then go back and see what I just said about this apartment. You don't live it up. You don't let it go. That's a real estate massacre if you do that. Massacre. $3,500 is mortgage. I know that, Kathleen. And that's what people are paying for. There are people who are paying $3,100 for a 2-bedroom. Some people are paying $5,000 for 1-bedroom further downtown. So again, you're not a mod. I guess he's talking to somebody else. Somebody was talking about, yes, if you're a non-mod, you can't put up links. But I'm definitely looking to still leave, though. But I have a plan with this place. So I'm in it now, Winter Homestead. I'm living in it now. But I have plans for it. I just don't know which plan to go with. I got plan A and plan B. Ben, yes, I have seen a movie Fire in the Sky. I did. Yeah, I know. People like, you paid what for what? I told them, they're like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. How'd you do that? That I grew up in this apartment. This apartment I grew up in. We've been in this apartment since I was 6 years old, so 40 years in this apartment. You just can't let it go, man. And that's an all-seeing cat. There are people who will pay to live here. All right, so I got a plan. I don't want to say what plan B is. Plan A is to turn into a photo studio while still living here and make money on that. But plan B, I'm not going to talk about until I get it initiated. Teddy Roosevelt. I'd seen Backdraft. I lost count after 20. That's a good movie. Still a good movie to this day. But anyway, guys. This election, guys, is by far a historical election. 2024 is going in the history books, right? Again, we had an attempted assassination on the ex-president. We had a president drop out of the race, and a president who might drop out of the, who might relinquish his power, or rather resign from presidency. We might see that this year. In the next couple of weeks, I think, we might see it. Someone said brothel. But, yeah. Now, Biden addressing the nation, like I said, people are waiting. People are waiting, but they're going to wait for the good day. He's going to have a good day probably this week, I think. And somewhere this week, they're going to come out. He's going to come out, you know, all propped up and shit, all drugged up. And he's going to read the teleprompter. He's going to go off camera, and we'll probably never see him again. That'll be it. He'll be done. So, interestingly enough, guys, Kamala Harris, to be exact, on Monday, her campaign announced yesterday that she raised $81 million in 24 hours. That is fucking impossible. Impossible. They say Biden is still recovering from COVID-19. How does a person look okay the next day develop Mr. 19, and then we don't see him because he's recovering? Yeah. Anyway, guys, $81 million in 24 hours. That's impossible. And that means one thing, guys. They are flooding her with money to make sure she wins. That means our vote will not matter again. Yet again, this time around. It will not matter. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. That's all it means. And we're going to be watching this race very closely. And the craziness, what's going to make it more historical, is the lie behind it when and if and when Kamala wins. That's going to be, because that means, guys, they did some dirty shit. Some ultimate dirty shit. So, because again, guys, would you put your money into a losing battle? If you had to pick Trump and Kamala Harris, and you were a Democrat, you're looking to see where your money's going to go and what your money's going to get you. Your money's going to go further if you keep it to yourself and not invest in a lady who, by the polls, is currently winning. I mean, losing, sorry. By the polls, Kamala Harris is losing. Big. She doesn't even come close to touching Trump at all. And they're pumping this money into her? That's not good. Not at all. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go off the air. Tomorrow night he's addressing... Aston said tomorrow night he's addressing the nation. All right. But I just read an article that said... okay, it says right here. God damn it. Joe Biden will address the nation from the Oval Office on Wednesday to explain his shocking decision to exit the 2024 presidential election and lay out the final months of his administration. He might even have resigned tomorrow. I will address the nation from the Oval Office on what lies ahead and how I will finish out the job for the American people. All right, so he will be talking tomorrow night. Nonetheless, we are still having the Angry Film Critic live stream tomorrow at 9. Tomorrow at 9 is all about fun, no politics, no talk about Biden. No, I don't give a fuck what happens. If he collapses on stage, I don't care. Mention it afterwards. We're just going to stay focused on the Angry Film Critic live stream and have fun with that tomorrow night. Other than that, guys, I'm getting off the channel right now. I'm going to go lay down, or rather I'm going to go for a walk, and then I'm going to go lay down, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the Wednesday Midweek Report and the Angry Film Critic live stream. All right, guys? Thank you. Talk to you later. Good night.